including Terminator 2 Judgment Day and The Sopranos. Now you can see him each week on The X-Files. Please welcome Robert Patrick. How have you been?
On your show.
Oh, it's great. You know, it's funny when you're doing so many different things. You're working all the time, but whenever you mention that Terminator 2 role, people go crazy.
It follows me around everywhere I go. That liquid metal guy is everywhere.
Yeah.
10 years later, I'm still the liquid metal guy.
Yeah. Do you hang out with Arnold very much? Arnold Schwarzenegger? Do you become friends with him? You ever go to a party or socialize with him?
You know, right before T2 came out, I went to this art.
So you call it T2?
T2, I do.
See, that's what the cool people call it. Yeah, yeah.
What we call it.
Do you call Hollywood squares squares or host squares? It's not important.
Well, I went to this art opening that Arnold had. There was a Japanese artist who had painted some pictures of him and whatnot. And
painted pictures of Arnold?
Arnold, yeah.
Arnold has people painting pictures of him?
Yeah, I think the guy's name Yamaguchi or something like that. Right. And they invited all these. I
love guys that have pictures of themselves painted.
Well, big pictures. And, but there was all sorts of celebrities there. Clint Eastwood was there, and I was introduced to him by Joel Kramer, who was a stunt coordinator. He's one of Arnold's friends, and I meet Clint for the first time, and they say, "Hey, Arnold, this is the guy that's going to beat the heck out of Arnold in T2." And Clint looks me up and down and goes, "That's certainly a formidable task." That's my Clint.
He's cool. That was very good.
Thank you.
You know, the fight scenes. We were watching one of the fight scenes today. Because you were coming on, it was an excuse to pop that movie in again, because it's so great. And we were watching the fight scene with you and Arnold at the end of the movie, where you're in, like, the smelting works. Or you guys
yeah.
Was that a tough scene to shoot? Because you guys look like you're really beating the hell out of each other.
That went on forever. We shot it. It was it was like 3 months worth of the film right there, that big fight scene. It was very hard, and especially there's a scene where I've got this large metal rod. They actually had a rubber coated, but I'm standing over and I'm pulverizing his back, and there's a specific spot I've got to hit because his real arm is behind him.
So he's got a fake arm attached, and the real arm is back here?
It's back here, right? So he's got the prosthetic thing. And I was very nervous about doing it to begin with. This is the one take where he's going to be the guy that I'm pounding in a certain spot, and I'm sitting there wailing away on him, and at a certain spot I knew I hit his real arm. He doesn't flinch, you know, and Cameron calls cut, and I just see his head turn and look at me and go, "Robert, that was my real arm." So the rest of the movie, I'm petrified. What's he going to do? What's the retaliation going to be?
And then he just calls you late at night, "That was my real arm."
It's still going on.
Then the police call and say, "He's in the house with you." I'm going to get you.
I will be there.
Now, you, speaking of celebrities, I understand you like to ride bikes. You like to ride motorcycles.
I do. I love riding Harley Davidsons.
And our lead-in guy, my friend Jay Leno, he rides motorcycles. He has a big motorcycle collection. You go riding with Jay, don't you?
I've ridden the Love Ride. I
want to know what you do in your spare time.
That's your business. The Love Ride, for all you Harley enthusiasts out there, as you know, Glendale Harley gets together and they raise money for muscular dystrophy and literacy by 9. And Jay is the Grand Marshal that year to year with Peter Fonda. And I have ridden with him through that. But there's a place where he goes that hangs out. I got to tell you about this bike. I don't know if you've seen this bike.
Which bike? Because he has like 50
got every
bikes.
bike known to man, I think. He's but one particular day is at the Rock Store, which is a place we all ride to. And usually Sundays he's out there. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. But I see this crowd around Jay's bike, right? And they're looking at Jay's bike, and all of a sudden I smell jet fumes. And then I hear a jet engine.
I know this bike.
And he's literally got a motorcycle that's built on a jet engine. And there he goes. You know,
it's down the street,
there's an aircraft.
You know, it's amazing. Last time I did the Tonight Show, which is just like 2 months ago or something, I'm there for rehearsal. I was going to do a little bit, so I'm there rehearsing. And then Jay says, "Hey, come on, I got to film something. Come on, And that's how he talks. And he takes me with him, right? And he takes me with him. He goes, "Hey, you got to do this. Come on." And he takes me outside, and he's got this beautiful bike. And I think, well, that's a really cool-looking bike, but, I don't know anything about bikes. He gets on, he flips it on, and it's the sound you hear when you're on a jet and they turn on the engine. It's that, and then you start smelling the fumes, and it's got like this liquid quartz, really cool screen of lights, and it like can talk to him. Jay, you're about to get on the bike, you know.
It's like the Knight Rider bike or something, right?
It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen, and he revs it up to, because it has a jet, it has a helicopter engine in it.
Is that what it is?
It's a jet helicopter engine, and it can go, you know, like 50,000 RPMs, and like all these dials are spinning. But what's so funny is that he gets on it, and then because we're on the Burbank lot, he gets it, and it's like vibrating, and the ground is vibrating, and birds are leaving the area.
Yeah, and the trees are getting burned.
Yeah, and everything. And then he takes off, but because he's on the Burbank lot, he can only go like 8 miles an hour. So he's like, and there's this, you know, Jay Leno had going, you know, and it's like going this fast, and a cat is walking faster than it. You know, he's not allowed to like take off. But it's amazing. It's an amazing bike.
It is. I heard he's got like is there a TV screen on it so he can see what's behind it?
There's a TV screen so he can see what's behind it.
So he doesn't have to look back.
Yeah.
Just keep.
And when the whole thing was done, I took him over and showed him my Ford Taurus, which he was... I was saying, look, it's got an electric door lock. Click, 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 click. That's great, kid. You know,
so no one is going up and down.
Right. The X-Files is on Fox Sunday nights at 9, and people love you on that show.
I'm having a great time doing it. It's one of the best characters I've ever gotten to play. He's a guy's a New York City police detective, former Marine, and now he's an FBI agent.
Yeah.
The fans of the X-Files have just been great, and
yeah, they've accepted you. They like you.
Yeah, they realize this is a standalone character. It's a new guy joining the show. He's not there to replace Mulder or anything, and so it's really been one of the best experiences I've had. And the next 3 shows we have coming up, we're going to find the truth about Scully's pregnancy, and there's also going to be a significant death on the show, and that's about all I can tell you.
Just ruin it right now, won't you?
I'm not going to ruin it.
All right, no, I didn't think you would.
They'll come get me.
That would be really dumb if you did that. Hey, thanks for being here. Continued success.
Conan, thank you very much.
Robert Patrick, we'll be right back. Gene Pop is here. That was really good.